Alright guys, I'm gonna record this video about the covered call that I have. It's actually very interesting. I'm playing around with it and I'm enjoying writing these covered calls on my position, and I want to record this video quickly about what is this covered call and what does that mean eventually. So I have 500 shares of ARK. The average cost is at 123.93 as you see here. So you know, here as you see the come on. So as you see, you know, 500 shares average 123.93, and I'm down on it, but I expect that ARK is eventually going up. This is a stock that I'm holding. I think eventually want to go back to the high of the day, all-time high at around 160. So I'm going to hold this for a profit. But while I'm holding, what I can do is I can sell a call option on it. At this particular case, I sold 5 contracts of ARK, expiry this week. Friday. I sold it at 170, 1.69, so I collected the premium. And if I'm already up $421 on it, and if this one by the end of this week ARK doesn't hit 130, which might be unlikely to hit, this option would expire worthless. So the person who bought it from me loses the premium and I keep the premium. And if it doesn't, if it goes up to 130, what happens is he can call my shares, then I have to give my 500 shares that I have, which is a 5 contract, and I have to give it to him at 130, and of course I still book the profit and I keep the profit. So covered calls are interesting if you just have them in a price that if I had it like 135 or 140, it was most likely that is not going to get filled. You know, the price is not going to get by the end of this week, and I'm probably going to collect all the premium on it and just make money. And then the next week I can write another one and collect the premium on it. It's really, really good covered calls. And even like this TNA that I have, like 10,000 shares, I can write 100 contracts on it or 1,100 contracts on it. But I can't because this account is, I have to go and activate the options trading on it. But this is definitely could be a cash machine for me. You know, while I'm holding this one, I can just sell contracts on it. So essentially what you can do is you can just go, so this is the options, as I mentioned, it's right now it's 70 cents, 80 cents. I sold it at 170. It seems like I shorted it. But you know, every week as it goes, like I think I sold it like on Friday or maybe on last week on Thursday. So if this one doesn't get near 130, this is out of the money and gets expired worthless, and I can just collect it. So it's like 500 shares. I made 1.70 so on it. So let's see what calculator would be. So I have like 500 shares, each of them 1.7. I'll collect $850 on that. And it's really not that bad if just every week you can make 850, or depending on what contract you're selling, you know, it's just on a position that you're holding, you're just collecting this premium. And in case if it gets at 130, I have to sell it to that guy because this is a contract that the guy has you know, has the right to buy it at 130 for me. If it's at 132, he's gonna probably buy it at 130, but I collected that premium, and which is definitely is worth for me. So it's covered calls is good for not to you know not to exercise, so it just goes worthless, and it's which is pretty nice. Actually I should have done it earlier because this ARK it's all a few months that I'm holding it and I just constantly cut covered calls. There are some tricks on it, that what price that you should write that it doesn't hit but it gives you the best premium. Jared has a course on it, and there's some good information in the community about it that you can actually find what premium. And you know, the options, the time is like a ticking bomb for options. As we go through the Friday and the price stays below 130, these options becomes more worthless because the chance that it gets to 130 is just getting less and less. So in this particular case, I think there's a good chance that unless there's something crazy happens, there's a really good chance that this option just expires worthless. And in that particular case, what I can do is I can just find another one like this one. If it closes like at 127 by the end of this week, then I can find another one like 140 or 135, depending on which one gives me the best premium. I can actually sell that. So covered calls are really powerful for generating cash, especially if you're in a long-term account, you have some Apple or Facebook or whatever you like, you can just constantly sell a covered calls. If I didn't have the shares and I was writing this contract and I selling this contract, it would be a naked call. So if the price goes up, then I have to buy the shares and provide that to the options holder, because when you have the option, the guy says, oh, I have the right to buy it at 130. If it's 135, you have to go buy it at 135, giving it to me. But because I already have it, then it's okay. Even if it's 140, I still, I have found the shares over here. It is, and I'm not naked. I have it covered already. So it's really nice. I'm actually curious to see what happens in this week. I'm not really good at it. I'm just trying to because there are some science into that what price and what option you write it so you can maximize it in a way that you want. So that's pretty nice. So I just recorded. We're gonna add this developing an options course. Plus Jared has some options course material. We're gonna add it into the education center, and of course, hopefully we can get more and more material from that. But from now on, it's pretty good. I mean, probably by the end of this week, I just collect $850. It's not bad on something that I'm already holding, and it's just $850 a week is not bad for a position that is worth maybe $60,000. Anyways, guys, so that's it. If you like the video, like or subscribe to get notified. If you have any question, comment. I'm gonna reply that myself, and I would be really interested to know what you're saying and thinking about it. There's a really good knowledge of option in the community, and you don't have to wait for me or for the Jared's course or Ardi's course to come. It's just the community has so much knowledge in options. So I hope that we can benefit from that all together. All right, thank you guys, and again, like and subscribe. It means a lot to us, and hopefully we'll get some information all together and learn together about this. All right, how do I stop? Okay, stop.